The great part about Nevada is it's 86 or 87% public land. Everybody drives through here and thinks, oh, what a desolate wasteland. If you get off the interstate and get up into these mountains and these hills, every little north-facing slope has aspens, has water, has springs coming out. So I'm here just outside of Elko, Nevada, out in the huge BLM, rough, tough country, dusty, hot, desolate, and I'm chasing mule deer. It's fantastic. I love Nevada. There he is. How are you doing? Good. Long drive, huh? Yeah. Only 1,000 miles for me, about 200 for you. Yeah. Nice to see you, Scott.
Long time no see.
Nice to see you, Jer. This is the spot. The beauty of On Your Own Adventures is that it's not just been about a host. It's been about self-guided hunting on accessible lands, but the tighter thread that we've tried to weave is this relationship, this tradition, the heritage, the friends, the family. In this instance, I'm the hunter, and I have my friends helping me. People who watch On Your Own Adventures probably recognize Jerry and Scott. They're kind of regulars. Scott Jones, a friend of mine since college. He grew up in a little farm town in Nebraska.
Whenever Randy draws a tag down here, or even when his friends have drawn a tag down here, I've come over to enjoy camp with them. It's as much fun for me having the tag as not having the tag.
When he heard that I drew this tag, he said, all right, Randy, at a minimum, I'm going to take a day and I'm going to drive over there all 300 and some miles, and I'm going to at least find us a camp spot. Jerry, Pritchard, my uncle Elton Stickler, and myself, we grew up in this little town called Big Falls, Minnesota. Right now, the population is maybe 240 people. Hunting is, it is lifestyle there. It's in your DNA. And when we get together, it's just about owies around a hunting or fishing trip. The idea is we watch the deer in the morning when they're feeding, we watch them go to their beds, and then from where they're bedded, we decide to make a stalk based on the topography and the wind. Oh, there's some bigger bucks right there, walking across the skyline right there. Holy cow, the one in the back is really a good one. He looks like just a big 3-point. But he's wide and tall. The one in the front's a 3.2. They're going right over that lip right now. They might have been standing here watching me this whole time. They just popped right up off that lip there. And they dropped down and around. I'm gonna have to go around and catch up to them and see what I can find. I'm pretty sure this is going to be our most difficult hunt of the year. Between the heat, the sun, just complete lack of any moisture, the vegetation is dry and crunchy, and just the dust. My eyes already hurt from all this dust, but that's part of what makes the challenge so much fun. When I drew this tag, one of the things that concerned me is Nevada is wild, vast, desolate country. If you're coming and you're going to do a mule deer hunt in a unit like this in Nevada where deer densities are really low, every set of eyes you have is like money in the bank. So in the morning, we'd make our plans. Scott's going here, Elt's going there, Jerry's going here, and I'm going here. And everybody has their spotting scopes, and we're all gonna keep our eye on if we see a deer. And if I see them, I'm gonna go after them. If I don't see anything, I'm gonna go do my milk route of where those guys are. Hey, what'd you see? Where are they at?
I sat up here, I seen deer all over the place right away this morning, and I couldn't believe it. They were in that patch right over there to the left.
Yeah.
And they just barely slowly walked up to that patch there.
Okay, so you could see when we were way up on
I
that.
seen you standing on top.
The wind is coming straight down that ridge.
These guys laid down 3 different times.
Really?
And now they've been here for maybe an hour. And here he got up. See, look at he just stood up. Look at how big that body is.
Yeah.
Looks like an elk stand.
Yeah. Their natural way to get out of there would be to use the cover of those trees to come out this edge and around over to that little point of Quakies over there.
Yeah.
If you see me set up in there, it's because I'm trying to split the difference on where I think those bucks may
Because
go.
if they come through there, they would be close to you. If you
It'd give me an extra 20 yards of a downhill shot, and I can still shoot anything going uphill. Well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go up there. There needs to be a big buck in here. This is what we're up against. 2 of us. See how big that tripod is? Try hide that from a mule deer or an antelope when you're spotting and stalking. I need a pygmy for a cameraman though. Instead I got Kong here, about 6'8".
So I think those bucks are up over that ridge and the wind's coming like this, so I think you gotta circle around below them and see if you can get in on them.
I'm thinking the natural escape for them is to come down this draw into these Quakies right here. And there's a little cluster I could set up in there that if they did decide to come around this horn here, I would have about 30 or 40 yard uphill shooting or about 40 yard downhill shooting. I'm gonna split the difference.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. In this terrain here, it's deceiving. It looks kind of flat and sage. You get up where the mule deer are, and you got to go from ridge to basin, and you're just going and you're going. Your lips are chapped, your back hurts, and mentally, you really wonder if you have it in you to do what it takes to put an arrow in a mule deer. There they go. What the heck? What scared them? They're almost on the run. I have no idea what spooked them. Oh, man. So frustrating. Oh, well. Next one.
From the pool hall of big.
If there's one thing that strikes me in a hunt like this, it's what wonderful friends and family I have. They took a week of their vacation time to come and spend camp with me. And regardless of who has the tag, we're out here every night, we're around the campfire, we're telling stories, we're getting up early, we're working hard. It's the fact that they know it's going back to what we've done since we were teenagers.
I've always been the coffee guy on these hunts, and it helps get people up and rolling. This last one will be for Randy. It's good and strong. He's going to need it this morning. You're gonna need this.
Thanks, Scott.
Cup of hot Joe.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Jones. Oh. Oh, not without coffee.
Well, Andy, this could take a while, but we're in a good position to see them.
Yeah, we are, if they stay in this basin.
Did the one buck separate from the rest of them?
Yeah, he's now 150 yards to the left of everybody. If he beds, Jerry,
Yep.
I mean, out on that sage hillside, if I could mark a spot of where he beds,
Yep.
I could make a good stalk on him, or at least try.
Yep.
This could take all day, Jerry, until this guy gets tired enough to bed down.
Yep. Think we should get the other guys over here?
I think so, just to give everybody a break on the glass here.
Yeah, one of us is gonna have to stay on them at all times here.
Wish me luck, guys, because I can guarantee you I'm gonna need it.
Randy's got a long stalk ahead of him no matter how he does it. Deer over there probably a half mile or so. And but he's got to play the wind exactly right, and he's got to figure what the wind is going to change directions here as it heats up during the day. So he's got to really calculate his stalk, and he's going to go way around to make sure he does it right.
So it takes me about probably a little over an hour to get on the little knoll right above where these deer are bedded. I looked down and I remember I'd seen a group of does right by these bucks, and I see a group of does feeding. So I know I got to be close to that buck. She's looking right at me. Got me pinned down. Gotta wait for her to turn the other way. Please forward. And I sit there, and I sit there, and I sit there. In the interim, the sun is up and it's high, and I'm laying out and have no shade, no nothing. My lips are just cracked. There's ants, there's bugs. I don't know what this is. It's just miserable. And I'm out of water. I'd left my pack up the hill, and now the deer have me pinned down. And I gotta sit there and mentally play the game. Am I gonna give up? Are they gonna win? Am I gonna win? So I just said, all right, I'm here for the duration. I sat there for 2 hours before the bucks even stood up out of their bed. Well, then the big guy got up, and my heart's just going, kaboom, kaboom. And they just fed around in front of me for what seemed like forever. They walked over to my left, and they bedded down for another 2 hours. Those deer get up, and unfortunately, they feed up the hill across the basin straight away from me. And there's really nothing I could do. I wanted to complain. I wanted to feel sorry for myself. But I just spent 6 hours within 200 yards of 2 tremendous mule deer bucks. And I might have had a chance to shoot one of them. What's to complain about? It was like the deer gods shined upon me. It was one of those magical days when everything went right.
They're feeding that way into the wind.
When one of those days comes along, you have to be ready to go. You can't let sore feet stop you. You can't let hot weather stop you. You just gotta make the most of those opportunities. So after I sit out in the sage for 6 hours watching these two big bucks, I watch them go up and out of the basin over the hill. Well, after a little while, elk drives over there. See those bucks? They're right up there along where you came down.
Yeah.
They're standing
I
there.
can't drive by, it's gonna spook them out. But you know what I think's gonna happen? Them bucks are gonna go uphill, because the wind up there is coming down that hill.
And the plan was made. Yeah, it's still noisy. I'm out in the open, I don't have much for cover, but it's one of the better opportunities I've had in the whole hunt. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, this is my chance. Don't mess it up, Randy. So hoof it up there, go and look across into the next basin, and they're feeding away from me. So I hustle around where it looks like they're going. And I'm going up this little saddle to where I want to intercept them, and I look, and I see this rack on the skyline.
What's the odds of that? That's a 3x3.
And I start sneaking. And all of a sudden, as if out of the ground, walks out this 4-point buck.
Here he comes.
Yeah. So the first arrow actually hit him a little back and high.
Yes.
I watch that arrow, I can tell that's a lethal hit. When all that happens, I'm thinking to myself, did this really happen? Is this real? Did this really happen? Did I just shoot a buck? And I did. A day of frustration, so much work. You guys are not gonna believe it.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, yes, we do.
You guys could see it from down there?
Yep.
We've seen it full.
And we seen him pile up. Let's go get him.
I couldn't believe you guys could see that. I guess from that ridge way over there.
Oh, look it over the edge.
Turned into a dream. I really don't even know what to say. I've worked so hard. My friends have worked so hard to help me, and this is the culmination of it. I just thank you, Buck. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Randy.
Scott Jones, thank you so much.
You're a heck of a hunter.
Oh, I don't know about that. I just got some of the best hunting friends.
That is a dandy.
A public land, me and my buddies, archery mule deer. I don't really even know how to explain the feelings and emotions you have when you have a deer that represents so much. It doesn't represent the deer. Yeah, it represents the meat, it represents the trophy. But really what he represents is the lifetime of me and my buddies, me and my family, and the fact that we're hunters. And we came here and we did another one of those things that we call on your own hunting.